Oh, I definitely said Sons of the Forest. Let me fix that real quick. Made it. Good to see you, Commissar. Thank you, thank you. Let me. I got to switch. I said Sons of the Forest, not models. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. I definitely said Sons of. Guess what game I got? I don't know. What game did you get? My boyfriend is getting into Warhammer 40K. Um, so he got me Dark Tide. Oh, yay! So you could join in the madness. You could join in the madness. And guess what? Today is Supporter Day. Today is Supporter Day. And you know what? Seeing as you are the first one to the stream, uh, Lexi, we're going to unbox this guy. So, hello everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht and welcome to a special stream, a special live stream. Um, I'm also playing as the guardsman. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, no way. Yes, yes, yes. So hello, everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht. Welcome to another edition of Warhammer Painting. But today is a special day of Warhammer Painting. A special day of Warhammer Painting because it is December 1st, and I would be remiss in not partaking in the holiday season and spirit. So, A long time ago, I promised a lot of my supporters that they would get gifts. And I had randomly rolled for a few people on the Discord list. And I took into account if they followed me on Twitch, if they followed me on YouTube, how long they've been following me, all that stuff, right? So I took all that into account, all of it. And I rolled for a couple of people to see who would get the dubious honor, well, I wouldn't say dubious, but who would get the honor of getting a model from me. So, the planet broke before the guard did. 100% it did. Cadia stands. So, who? So we're gonna go over who basically is getting their gifts. So, for starters, we already know that Alexi's getting her Hexmark Destroyer. What we're probably going to end up doing for the Hexmark is we're going to partially assemble and then spray. And while we're waiting that to dry, we will spray. We're probably going to actually spray most of these. Most of these. Hello, Quackamole! Look what we're doing. Now, you may ask, well, weren't you going to wait until you finished with the guard? I was, but then I realized, I've been promising this stuff for quite a while, and you guys really have been supporting me. A lot of the viewers have been supporting me, so it's high time. December is the season of giving. Well, every month is the season of giving. But for those of you who may have grown up in the more Judeo-Christian influence, realms of possibility and all that stuff. Do you want me to send you the Dynasty colors again, by the way? Yes, please. Oh, dear God, please. What I might do is assemble and leave him partially assembled until I can get the actual base spray. I'm probably not going to spray him black because there's so much metallics involved. What I probably do will spray him metallics and then paint the black over it, or paint over it in some way, shape, or form. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing with this one. This one's going to be a most daunting one, but I am going to build him up. At least, bare minimum. So we'll spray the Harlequin. This one's probably going to get a base coat of black, and so is the Gladiatrix from the Daughters of Cain, the High Gladiatrix. And then this one, I'll probably do a black, but its color, it's like purplish color. So maybe I might get away with doing... I probably want to do a purplish color. I don't necessarily mind the green. I don't necessarily mind the green of this other variant of Chimera. Hello, tiny gray people. Hello, hello, hello. Well, depends on what you're going to paint the Harlequin. Lighter colors, no. Well, oh, that's right. You sent me a different color scheme. Ooh. That means I need to get a primer, a different kind of primer. Resend me the color scheme for the DM me the color scheme for the one that you want for your Harlequin, because what I might do is just kind of work on. I'll do some sub assemblies. I mean, we can discuss the colors if you want. Yeah, please do. We could do some sub assemblies. That way we actually have at least a little bit of a stream. But I really want to get to why I'm doing this. So I am doing this. So let me switch to the Commissar's journal to drive the point home. I am doing this because without you guys enjoying the content, enjoying, watching the videos, liking the videos, gifting me subs on Twitch, subscribing to me on YouTube, following me on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. With all of that in mind, right? The channel wouldn't, the channel would exist, but if no one cared, I'd just be, a random dude on the internet screaming into the void, which is most of the internet nowadays. Um, so, um, and of course, I couldn't be able to do what I wanted to do, which is raise money. And yeah, we've been stuck at 315 for a very long time. But you know what? I don't care as long as we're trying to as long as everyone donates once in a while or whatever the case is, and they're championing the cause. Um, well, work on the others if you want. I want something in yellow and red, maybe like classic colors. Advertise kicked in. Ah, damn it, damn it. Uh, I want some yellow and red, maybe like classic clown colors. I didn't particularly fixate on one color scheme. Okay, all right. No ads for you. Oh, thank you, tiny gray people. Thank you, tiny gray people, for giving Lexi an ad or a gift. Thank you very much. They've gifted 10 subs. Thank you. But yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, uh, yes, people, the subs and all that stuff. Yes, I do benefit from that. Um, and whatnot. And yeah, we are, like I said, we are trying to raise money. And oh, let me get the link real quick, the Tiltify link. Uh, where's the Tiltify link? Let me get the chat real quick. Still knowing that I can't directly donate to the cause. F credit cards. Well, I'm sorry, man. Like I can't control how Tiltify processes stuff. Um, uh, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know why Tiltify doesn't what's called does that stuff. Um, it is annoying. I will say. But yeah, so I want to thank everybody, and so as part of that thanks, I'm going to be giving. I'm going to be building models for my supporters, and like I said, I'm taking a break from the guardsmen, not entirely, but because it's because it's December, right? Quote unquote, the season of giving for those of you of the Judeo-Christian persuasion, and I've been promising you guys for a while. So, without further ado, without further preamble, um, let's get into the let's get into giving. So, let's open that up, switch back over to the painting overlay. Haha. Just ah, aha. All right. Oh, he's a chunky base. This one's a chunky base. This is what it's going to look like real life when I'm done with it. Well, obviously not the painting scheme and all that stuff, but definitely, I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. All right, and then we got the directions. Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Okay, so it looks like I can get away with doing the legs. Oh! Maybe I can prime. There's not a whole lot of metallic in this. I mean, it is, but it's like dark metallic. Oh, I could probably pull this off. Oh, okay. All right. This kind of changes my idea because like that's like some really dark gunmetal. The orange is the only thing, and it's just bronze and some silver or like a bone white. Okay. Ah ha ha. Ah. Okay. So we are gonna actually prime a lot of these models, which means I got to step away from the painting. Crap. Which means I got to step away from this. Oh no! Lexi sent me her color scheme. Son of a bitch! Ah! Okay, all right, all right. Um, okay. So, the Maynarch dynasty. Okay. So I actually should have I should prime this then. All right. Okay. Well, we can kind of switch that. Um, if I prime it, it's got to dry, which means how cold is it? 59 degrees. All right. And what's the wind? Air quality index. Ah, the feel of a new model. Hold on. I gotta figure out the wind. Wind. Okay. So, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the feel of a new model. Can't wait for Christmas and the arrival of my custodians. No problem. Nobody should watch ads. I also love my dynasty is so simple. Yeah, no, I do. It makes it easier. It really does. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna I'm gonna hit the be right back screen, the BRB screen, so I can at least prime Lexi's hex mark. Um, and I guess we'll at least prime the high gladiatrix while we're out. So we'll just open this girl up. Hiya. Clamshell plastic is the worst. Hiya. Like I get why they made it, but it is still the worst. So we'll be priming Isabella's Gladiatrix and Lexi's Hexmark, and then we're gonna sub-assembly the Chimera. So when I figure, give that about an hour to dry, roughly. We gotta watch it like a hawk, unfortunately, but you know, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Worst blister packs to open. Oh yeah, 100%. I wish they were the old blister packs. The old blister packs were easy. Okay, we're definitely going to need to hold on to that. So, here is Issa's model. Or here's Issa's model's direction. So, we'll put that right there. All right, we'll be right back. I'm going to hit it with a BRB. Continue to talk amongst yourself. Gifted. Oh, thank you very much. Who'd you gift it to? Silverdale. Well, thank you very much for the gifted sub, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Okay. That last ad break made me hungry as fuck. What was it? What was it? What was it? What was the ad playing? Yeah, we're definitely gonna need a white. Now I want Domino's. Oh no! Ah, yes, they're corporate master Domino's. Got you. Okay, so yeah, for the it's the least I can do for the hours of entertainment. Well, I do appreciate you. The one gifted is very lovely, and honestly, anything count. Anything counts, right? Everything, and anything counts. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, we're probably gonna have to do a white for the primer for the Harlequin, just because it's yellow and red. Um, how opposed are you for if I do a contrast? If I have to go get the primer, I'm gonna have to get the paint. I've got paints, but whatever the. It's like Domino's knows half the customer base is high. So for the solitaire for the Harlequins, Quacamo, how opposed are you for if I was to do contrast for this particular model? I've never used contrast before, so it'd be a learning experience for me. But I think contrast might be better. I'm not opposed to it at all. I'll trust the process, but I would like to see some yellow, red, and some light blues. Okay, well that definitely requires. We could prime it black, but at the same time, I think white was probably better. Um, yeah, I think white might be better in this one. In which case, if we're gonna do white, contrast is the way to go because I've seen what traditional painting with white primer looks like, and it's ooh, I don't know. Ah, contrast doesn't work too well with black primer. Yeah, that's why I said if we're gonna do a white primer, it should be contrast. Should be contrast. All right. Okay. I'm gonna throw a BRB, and I'm gonna. Also, I've been nerding about PC games lately. Curious. Uh, I'm curious. Did you go for liquid cooling or air cooling? Well, this is a gaming laptop, so it's only air cooling. Liquid cooling is all well and good, but it is not. It's whatever. Yeah, yeah. I got the gaming laptop because I'm still in the Air Force and I move around a lot, and I don't want a gaming PC, which can be more expensive than a gaming laptop. Normally not, but can be more expensive to replace, to be broken. So, all right. So I'm gonna throw a BRB. Okay, we'll be back soon. Do not go away, folks. Do not go away. Oh yeah. Oh my God. promise we're back. We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. I promise that we're back. Alright, okay. And we're back. Okay, alright. Oh, I saw the classic Harlequin. Okay. Alright. Alrighty, and we're back. Okay, we're gonna wait about, like, I don't know. We'll call that 30 minutes, hopefully. I think that primer job did really well. I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done with it, obviously. But I think that primer job did really, really well. Amazingly well. I'm very happy with it. Alright. I sent you some inspirations and some more schemes. Take whatever you prefer and do your magic. Well, I wouldn't call it magic. I'd call it a tragedy. But, you know, we'll get it done. I do like the orange, the almost reddish, garish reddish yellow crossplay. Ah, yes, the good old days of the rattle can priming. Yes, yes, I had to prime them. Although I literally said I'll show you guys the prime job as soon as it's done. Now I'm gonna pull up Dark Tide. Love my character more. Gonna make my Cadian a dead shot. Well, I was about to say, if you could wait, Hive Scum is literally coming out on the 4th, I want to say, or the 2nd. And I will gift you that if you want. And then we got other stuff, but we're doing all these. Really? This is it? Tomorrow, ye. Yeah, I was thinking Total War. All right, and here's the and we could play over the weekend. Here's the Chaos Chimera. Warriors of Chaos Chimera, and it's solid square base for the old world. I think, yeah, this one's definitely going to be not a sub-assembly. This one's going to be a or it will be a sub-assembly. What are we painting? Can we see it in the cover? Okay, yeah. We're not painting anything just yet. We're building stuff together. These are the supporter gifts. So I decided to give the guardsmen a break, and because it's December. And for those of you in the Judeo-Christian world, the season of giving, quote unquote. Although every month is the season of giving, if you put your mind to it, and you have the resources. We're doing the supporter gifts. So I just sprayed Issa's hex mark. We just did, or sorry, not Issa's. I sprayed Lexi's hex mark. I sprayed Issa's gladiatrix. We're going to have to wait on the Harlequin because I think we're going to do a white spray, and I don't have a white spray. And we're going to sub-assemble and then prime the Chaos Chimera. What I might do is keep the heads on the tree and prime those separately. Just because there's fiddly bits that I don't necessarily want to dork up. But everything else, I think, like the nooks and crannies and whatnot, everything else can be fine. Everything else is fine. All right, cool. Let's do this! All right, let's get with the body first. I don't have a white spray crowd. I tell them I basically prime some minis by using dry brushing. I would do that, but it's going to take more time, and because your pattern is so intricate, the stuff that you want is very intricate and precise. I don't want to do that. Um, okay, body, body, tail, legs, legs. Yeah, that looks good. And then wings on the back, and then paws. We could probably leave the paws on the tree and do it that way. Okay, all right. That's what we're going to do. And I promised you guys these gifts a while ago, so shame on me for waiting so damn long. And we still got to do, and while we do the sub-assembly of that, we can do the sub-assembly of the Ogrins and do Nork Deadog and get that done and squared. The body's going to look like that. Ah! What's everyone's opinion about analog horror? I'm not familiar. Is that a game or a movie or a genre? It's a genre. All right. As long as it's not the one with the serial killer and the paintings. Based off of analog technology. Look up the one Mandela catalog. It's fucking terrifying. Okay. I'm doing okay. Was forced by my doc to stay home feeling dizzy the entire time. How about you? Oh, Quackamo, I'm so sorry you're not feeling good. By the way, Chicken McNugget, hello. I'm sorry I haven't addressed you appropriately yet. Hi, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. Hate it. It disturbs me heavily. I can't rest. I can't rest for days. Oh yeah, yeah. Some people they don't like that stuff. Some people don't like that stuff. Oh wow, he remembered I existed. I'm sorry, Chicken McNugget. I've been busy trying to talk to everybody. I hadn't forgotten about you. I promise. Matt is hype. Hey, all new around these parts. Wanted to uh, wanted to say hello. He's looking forward to some badass minis. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Chicken McNugget, what have you been up to? You got any plans for the holidays? I hope your job gives you some holiday time. I know my we're about to go into holiday block break here in like 20 days. So I'm excited about that. Well, Matt is hype. Welcome to the. I feel a lot better actually. Almost fully recovered. Oh my lord. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. You. I know we hadn't talked much, but you said you were having like a dizzy spell or like headaches or not headaches. It was like a flu thing. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while. Well, that's a good fit right there. There's the tail. I don't even have to like force that in with glue or anything. I am going to glue it down because I'm afraid it's going to snap, but it's going to be just a tiny bit of glue. Outstanding. Yeah, the horror genre isn't like it's interesting, but I'm not a big fan of it. The only real fan I like is like Sons of the Forest, where it's kind of like survival horror. Um, no, just a cold. I picked up a germ when I was at court. Ah, yuck, yuck. Oh, that's never fun. Post the current uh, project I'm about to embark on Discord. Uh, hopefully, it will cheer me up. Uh, Emperor gives me love. It's all right. It's okay. We're all about um, supporting one another through our journeys and whatnot, and making sure that everyone enjoys the creative process as much as possible. The threat of permanent lung damage and vascular issues stop my workaholic ass. Nice that you feel better. Ooh. Um. Let's see. We got that. Sorry, I'm just like trying to make sure that we have all the pieces. Because that would suck if I didn't. I would have to go back to Warhammer, to the Monrovia store, and be like, hey, you sold me this a while back. Lord, the Lord sending you a sign, rest my miserable, my sickly child. I am going to tell him the same thing I tell everybody else in the United States Air Force. Rest when you're dead. You've got a job to do. I would love to paint Angel Gabby as Saint Celestine. I don't know who Angel Gabby is, but that seems like a very weird crossover. No way that that's your commander voice. No, my commander voice is a little bit more stern, and I because okay, so there's in the Air Force there is a couple of voices that you use. You have your parade ground voice. You have your when you're trying to like do drill and ceremony. You have your um, the cop voice, which is like loud and proud. You're giving out instructions to somebody for them to follow. And you're asserting your authority that way. And then you have your what some people would call a command voice. But your parade ground voice is ah, come on. Okay, yeah, all right. I see how it's supposed to go. Your parade ground voice is like um how do I explain it? The parade ground voice is the voice you use when you're commanding a flight to do certain maneuvers. So um, in all movies, you hear some jackass being like "Turn shit." That's kind of it, but it's more. If you watch Full Metal Jacket, you'll hear the parade ground voice because Arlie Ermy was a Marine and was a drill instructor at one point, if I remember correctly. So his parade voice is what a lot of people trying to emulate. Hot toe hey har as you're marching uh, your formation, right? As you're keeping them in step. Um, that's what the parade voice is for. It's to be loud and very much. It's to be loud without screaming. Because if you scream, right, if you're just yelling all the time, your voice box is going to give out. So you use your diaphragm to get um, what's it called? To get the volume out, right? So if I was doing if I was doing guard mount, and I was doing like a formal guard mount, I would say fall in, right? And then everyone would fall in, right? And then I would do you know whatever what the next command if I'm like actually doing a full inspection would be open ranks, hatch, right? And you're using your diaphragm to throw out that command. Open ranks is the preparatory, march is the execution, right? That's your parade ground voice. I hope I'm explaining it. What are we talking about? 3D printing. Oh, are we doing modifications? Let me see. Everyone's saying that there's something in the Discord going on. Oh my god. That's insane. Holy shit. That's crazy. That ship is huge. That's insane. Sorry, I just saw that. Oh my god. Where'd you 3D print that? That's massive. Sorry, one of our yeah, it was a beast of a print. That's what she said. Chicken McNugget, are you getting into building? Are you getting into I'm assuming you're getting into miniatures. What are you painting? Hold on. Are you trying to paint something? Are you trying to build something? I really would love to see you build. That's insane. That is a huge ship. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something real quick. I made a boo-boo already. No, I want to do. There we go. I'm terrified painting it. Just priming will be interesting. Yeah, of course it would. Honestly, I'm gonna have more fumes in the garage than Chernobyl. Tell you what, you gotta slap chop that bad boy. I don't even think slap chopping is gonna save you. By the way, Chicken McNugget, are you building something? I just missed what you said about 3D printing. Hold on. So do you want to do whole figurines? I thought you were gonna like do canvas. Okay. Wait, you want the whole figurine? I thought you were gonna do like canvas board painting. Hold on. I guess kit bashing would be slightly easier. Hold on. I'm trying to follow the chat as I'm like building and painting. I actually genuinely am curious. Uh, yeah, the fumes in your garage are gonna be crazy. No, I'm not building anything. Quack wants to sexually. We're discussing it. Oh, okay, all right. We're talking about Angel Gabby. I gotta figure out. Oh, as Saint Celestine. Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Yeah. No, I'm not building anything. It's a special figurine. We're discussing it. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. My apologies. Here I am. I'm lost in the sauce, folks. Lost in thought. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get some actual going away or not going away. We're gonna get some actual like thank you gifts for people. These are thank you gifts for the stream for the supporters. This particular one, uh, the Chimera is for Miss Eliza Crown, who had been a supporter for quite some time. Um, and I do appreciate her. So, um, she basically helps out in the background a lot. like she'll give me advice on like um, videos, and occasionally she'll help with um, uh, it. Realistically, she was helping me with some of like trying to reach European markets, like European people, similar to what you know, um, Tiny Gray people and uh, Sebastiana do. Um, she hasn't been, unfortunately, she hasn't been online in quite a while. So I hope everything's okay with her. But a long time ago when I started this, when I selected her, I approached her about it, and she said that that would be fine. And so we're doing that now. Yeah, and if I can figure out how to put this tail together, that'd be great too. Quick, say something insanely let him panic. Please don't. Please don't. Toxic inhalation drug is no joke. Magnus the Red was right. Your Erebus was a great guy. Ferris Manus is alive. Ooh, ooh. You're about to piss off every Iron Hands person in the entire 40K hobby. There is a way. I am missing a piece. I know I am. Hold on. When in doubt, look at the box. What's in the box? Where'd I put the box? Right there. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. I wasn't putting it together. I wasn't putting it together. Logar was the best Mark of the God should submit to his title. Okay, all right. I was confused because the angle of the tail made me feel like I wasn't putting it together correctly. All right. Whoo. By the way, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do the next round of gifts now that I'm actually doing it. I'm like super fucking excited. And would you take down three guys of equal weight, or one guy double your size and skill? Ooh. Well, it depends on what kind of skill. It depends on what kind of skill, because if it's just martial prowess, that's easy. I could take down a guy double my size and double my skill. But if it's actual marksman prowess, um, that's kind of scary because I'm pretty good with a rifle and a pistol. Um, so if someone was to challenge me and they were double my skill as a marksman, oh, aha. Oh, you want the free psychology, the psychology lesson? Here's a question for the gang: if you could exist any real animal, what would you be? Um, if I could exist as an animal, which one would I be? Trying to think. See, the inner kid in me would say dinosaur would be like Velociraptor, but I gotta think about that. I really gotta think about that because there's some. You know what? Shark, great white shark. All they do, they're apex predators. There's only a few things in the ocean that fucks with them. Um, and all they do is swim around and just be chill. Just be chill. Great white shark. Granted, like the upbringing would be rough because like you have to survive the gulag that is your other brothers and sisters trying to eat you at birth, but uh um or still in the womb because that's what happens with great white pups is that it's like the gulag starts right there. Like seriously, do you know any Iron Hands fans, Commissar? They're as rare as a redeeming quality of. Okay, now that the animal doesn't exist at all, if you could choose to pick existing or alive, a second animal existing or alive, what would it be? What? Which animal I would choose? Well, if it's not a shark, if I can't pick a shark, um, a tiger, a wolf. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Nothing against my sweet innocent boy. He bears the word and not at fault. Logar is 100% at fault. I can't like I get it. A lot of like there's some uh remember it's what animal you could be. But it has to be existing. Oh, you as in if I was born or sorry, as if I a tongue twister. Um yeah, tiger. I like tigers. I like tigers. I like tigers and I like wolves. Tigers are great cuz they're just giant cats. Were you crying over me, orc? No, there's just got something in my eye. All over. You're willing to die over a human? Somebody is. No, but unfortunately, Angron got banished by Angron got banished by the lion when the lion woke up. Was in one of the stories. Interesting choice. The animal that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, the animal doesn't exist. Picked a third animal, real and existing. I said tiger. I did say wolf. Oh, you know what? You know what? Uh, I did say wolf. I do love wolves, but I wouldn't mind being a bear. I wouldn't mind being a bear. Wouldn't mind being a bear. And if I have to be specific, a polar bear. I wouldn't mind being or no, sorry, not polar bear, grizzly bear. I wouldn't mind being a grizzly bear. I think grizzlies are neat. Polar bears are neat too, but like if I had to be specific, A bear. A grizzly bear. Oh, we're talking about the animal. You're more like an otter. I'm so glad someone thinks I'm an otter. Oh dear, don't make him laugh. He coughs out reflux. I'm fine. I'm fine. I registered for the burn pits, so sooner or later the Air Force is going to come back to me and say it's not service connected. I want to pull up your stream on my iPhone, sir. You need to be a bit more. You need to be a bit hairier to be a bear, sir. Who says I'm not? Behind these rippling pectorals is a carpet full of hair. No, I'm actually. I think I'm moderate. I think I'm moderately. I got some decent chest hair, but nothing too outrageous. I have seen some hairy dudes, though. I have seen some pretty hairy guys. Holy crap. I'm not talking about the animal. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, well, all right. I don't see myself as a shark. I really don't. I love sharks, though. I really do. But nice dime store psychology. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, until you get rotated. So, all right. So we got that squared away. It's gonna look like that. Imagine a rotating commissar. Well, that's just a commissar just doing an about face all the damn time, or on a rotisserie. Maybe that could be the celebrities for 1,000 subs. What, me just doing about faces for like what, 15 hours or something? Donner Commissar. Rotisserie Commissar based in sticky tan goop. You know what? I'll say this: rotisserie chickens sometimes hit really good. It's really lovely. All right. It has been 30 minutes. I'm going to go check on those models real quick. Be right back. I'm going to hit the BRB real quick. Hada! Talk amongst yourselves, please. I'll be right back. It makes the job easier to do. I love it when a plan comes together, so I don't have to redo everything too. All right, sorry. We wanted Commander voice Commissar, and we got rip off Elmo Commissar. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Hey, that's not nice. I don't have an Elmo voice. Although that is kind of frightening. The Elmo voice. First rank fire, second rank fire. Count the last shots as they come. I can now just see Elmo in a commissar's outfit. On charges of cowardice, you have been sentenced to death. Free lungs, chat. It's the new Tickle Me Commissar. Oh, my lord. Whoo. Ah. Oh, my lord. Too funny. Too funny. I need to drink water. I'll be right back. It's funny because I played Slashco on VR, and there's a slasher who's an Elmo with a shotgun. Oh, my lord. Yeah, VR chat can be really unhinged sometimes, I'll tell you. The story of the rotisserie commissar bear is that he didn't manage to survive a bear without his glasses. I mean, he's a bear. His stick is going to go somewhere. Oh, Jesus. And it's row me bully boys, we're in a hurry boys, we got a long way to go. We'll sing and we'll dance and bid farewell to France, and it's row me bully boys, row. We sailed away in the roughest of waters, row me bully boys, row. And now we return in the most royal quarters. Row me bully boys, row. Y'all leave my cheeks out of this. This chat's getting unhinged. Honestly, speaking about history, it's very interesting to see how hygiene evolved when it came to quote unquote civilized societies and all that stuff. It's fantastic. We blame you though. You called yourself a bear. I said, I it would either be a wolf. I do like wolves. I love wolves. I don't necessarily the communal butt sponge. I don't necessarily see myself necessarily as like a wolf alone. Um, there are certain traits of wolves that are very admirable. There are also traits of bears that are very admirable. All of the animals that I've talked about, or that I do prefer, they have some unique, um, really just some unique traits that I do enjoy. SpongeBob has seen some things. All right, we're gonna do the wings next. And who doesn't love a shark? Sure, you're the leader of us all. If you go down with us, you take full responsibility of all the unhinged while we bully the commissar. No, it is really interesting to learn about like when I was doing my when I dabbled. I wasn't serious in college, but I did dabble in like basic historical societies. And I mean by I wasn't serious was like I I knew it wasn't going to be a career path for me. Um, uh, but I was very curious how other people viewed. Oh, see, that's actually coming together quite nice. How other people viewed, um, like hygiene and education, and and you know, all that. A majority of stuff that societies need. If I were a shoe bill, if I were a Shubu, I would absolutely make the shotgun noises with my primordial dinosaur beak all the time. He wanted to be a history geek, but now he just left the history part out. No, no, no. It just there's a lot. So to be a history major, particularly in the United States, um, you have to. It's kind of hard their career path because most history majors, what they want to do is they want to be able to be sponsored by a university and go out and go through like uh, you know archaeological dig sites, kind of like what anthropologists do, and um, you know, like truly bring the past into the present, right? But unfortunately, a lot of history majors, and this is kind of what I've. This may not be entirely true, but um, what I've seen, at least anecdotally for me, is that like unfortunately history majors are just like they're stuck um, in in very select career paths, whether it's teaching, whether it's uh, if you're teaching and it's a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, you're doing basic level high school and elementary school. if it's, you can do some college, but you're more of the teacher's assistant. If you're a doctor, then you could do college. But realistically, there's not a whole lot. I am really liking how this is turning out. There's not a whole lot of pathway forward, per se. I want to spend Imperial credits. Let me be a true girl and spend my money like it's air. I, okay, so I need to find, I need to do a soundboard. We'll kind of switch real quick. I need to do a soundboard, and I need to do I need to find an artist. The soundboard is, I want a voice actor, a um I want a voice act I want a voice actor and voice actress, and then I want to do uh what's it called, a voice actor, voice actress, and I want them to do actual lines, and that will be like the redemption thing. Make Yark do all the parts, the different types of pupper parts. Unhinged, unhinged. I might actually do a Yark Bork. I might actually try and catch him doing Yark Bork. I need to find an old heiress who's sweet and funny, or an heir. I don't judge. I'm not picky. Let me rant about Warhammer and paint stuff. Ah, the things we do for money. I would love. Um, Honestly, Warhammer does need to get its shit together and not be as expensive as it is. I'm gonna say that with my entire chest. Like, if Games Workshop really wants to survive, past what they are right now, they need to unfuck themselves. All right. So, we've done the sub-assembly, and what I'm probably going to do is go outside and prime these guys, this part real quick, and the tree, and then I'll be right back. I'll be right back. While that's drying, we're going to do uh, Lexi's Gloctopus. And what about the things you do plan in the terms of how exactly you want the soundboard to be or something? So, okay, all right. So, when you redeem something, right? I want the soundboard to basically be like, one of the options is like, if we're playing a game, can we not attach a cam on his head outside to prime or something? Unfortunately, no. I don't have a Wi-Fi cam that I can do. I am very I am I am not tech savvy. I actually, if there was something I could do, if there was something I could change about myself, it would be the fact that I need to be a bit more technical savvy. I really do. I need to be a bit more technical savvy when it comes to um, uh, doing when it comes to streaming and whatnot, because I really do enjoy streaming, and I really do enjoy talking to you guys. I want a better layout, something maybe a little bit more minimalist, um, and I want to be able to have people enjoy the stream and all that stuff, and be able to talk. And uh, the big thing is that you support, like, people, any sort of like support stuff is that, or sorry, any sort of thing that you're involved in, whether it's entertainment, is people want to be entertained with their eyes. You can't do that if the setup's bland, or whatever the case might be, or all that stuff. So um, there's a lot that I want to do. Uh, the question is how to go about doing it and being successful. Um, and if I could do that, if I had a little bit more tech knowledge and be tech savvy, that'd be great. Um, But I don't. So we are dealt with the hand that we're given. So, but anyway, I'll be right back. Throw you guys in BRB. You will enjoy as I prime, and then I'll be right back, and we'll start on Lexi's hex mark. And what I'll probably do is actually, now that we're now that I want to do that. But I sent you all the sites to help you out. No, no, no. I know you did. I know you did. And I am trying to learn that stuff. I'm not saying that you didn't help Chick McNugget. The problem is I don't have the time to sit down and read that stuff. If I want to maintain the limited amount of content schedule that I have. The, so the biggest issue that facing me, right? And this is all me. This is nobody else. This is all kind of what I'm facing with, right? Is I'm full-time active duty military. I'm a full-time dad, and I try and stream when I can, right? Unfortunately, my priorities of work, right? Whenever you talk about corporate, the work world or the military, there's this defining thing called priorities of work. And your priorities of work is what is most important to you in order to be successful. In the military, it is setting up base defense, setting up communications, setting up, when this is in the view of talking about a bear base, right? You have to set up the base defense. You have to set up the communication. You have to set up the infrastructure for sanitation. You have to set up the infrastructure for food. You have to set up the infrastructure for water. And all of those things are priorities of work, but some are higher than others, right? In the case of my job, it is defense, right? It is making sure that your defense plan is damn near impervious per se. And then for other people, it might be making sure that the kitchens are set up and are sanitized and are good to go, making sure that the plumbing is working and whatnot. So, Chicken McNugget, I love the fact that you are helping me, and trust me, it is amazing that you are, and I will never, ever, 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 ever take you for granted. Um, but it's priorities of work, unfortunately. Like there is not a, unfortunately, there is not a time in my day where I can just sit down and all that stuff. I'll watch up with your VODs. Keep well. Okay, sleep well. Good night. Good night. Sleep well. But I do appreciate you. I do appreciate everyone who helps me. All right, I'm gonna throw a BRB. Okay, yeah, got that. I got this. I know. I'll be right back, pal. Orcs and Hobbies. How are you? Sorry, I was priming. All right. But we are unfortunately out of primer, which sucks. So I'll have to get more. Oh yeah. Okay. So hey, Orcs and Hobbies. Like I said, I was priming. I had to do priming. You're all good, man. Oh, thank you. We are out of primer, unfortunately. We are officially out of primer. Unless I got something new. I definitely don't. Nope, those are paints. Nope, that's D&D stuff. Yeah, I am officially out of primer. Damn. We were so close. I mean, most of the chaos character. What's the temperature over there? It is a balmy 60 degrees. Feels like 61 or 62. So I can get away with priming. Oh, I should probably. It is. Let me switch. No, it's not gonna let me switch. But yeah, it's 62 degrees right now. It's not gonna let me switch the qualities, which that kind of sucks. All right, cool. Oh, in centigrade. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Celsius, not centigrade. Centigrade would be crazy. Hold on. Normally it tells you what the Fahrenheit is. Or sorry, normally it tells you what the Celsius is. Of course, it's not going to tell me. Ah, there it is. In Celsius, it is 16 degrees. 16 degrees Celsius. I don't know why it's over there. All right. It's not a warm day. It's an all right day. If you decide, let me just ban this guy real quick. Almost a year. Yeah, you're almost a year there, Space Wolf Skaven. How are you? If you decide to go for a yellow theme, I would want you to do Warm Imperial Fist Yellow. Love the orange hues. Okay, all right. That I can definitely do. Sorry, I'm just looking up at other stuff. We're doing okay. Cold up here in the North Woods. Getting some paint onto my Canister X finally. I would love to see some more progress on that. All right. Okay. By the way, Lexi, if you're still here, the spray job on your hex mark came out fantastically. I mean, I've never seen such a... Here, let me try and rotate the light a little bit so you guys can see what I mean. I have never seen such an even amount of primer on a sprue before. Like, that is... I can get it to zoom in. No, I can't. Okay, I'm just going to have to screw around with the camera. Like, that is an even spray. Like, that is a pretty even spray all around. I am very happy that that turned out the way it did. So, we're excited. And the same thing with Issa's Gladiatrix. Issa's Gladiatrix came out really nice too. Even spray with that as well. Even the face is where is it? Even the face has some didn't lose any detail or definition at all. So very even spray all around. Super happy about that stuff. All right, now back to auto. Okay. So super excited that that turned out the way that it did. All right, let's get this hex mark going. Okay, let's get these directions. So first things first. All right, and then we gotta pull up the. Well, I gotta. Well, either way, I have to leave too. Tomorrow is not a day for me to sleep late. I usually sleep until 9. Also, I need to get Hive Scum tomorrow. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That is a definite. All right. So the question now is. Okay. Site. No. There we go. Come on. Okay, shit. Why is that not loading now? There we go. Ah. All right. Now we're gonna use the score pack just as a. All right, so it's all gunmetal down on the legs, and then bronze for the joints. It looks like, and then black with a little bit of the highlighting. But if we look at the regular troop, it's just it's black with some highlight and like a burnished gold. But this one is almost gunmetal in color. Okay. Well, if the joints are going to be bronze or gold, we can definitely do that. Um, so what I'm thinking is, if it's a burnish gold or bronze, it could be either a tin bits. Because that looks kind of gold. All right. Yeah. Let's see. What kind of golds do we got? Lore of metal. Well, actually, first things first. Let's paint up the green, and that I think we're looking at like a deep, like a neon green to deep green. And silver. Although those are orange. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's orange. Okay, so we just need to do an orange for that. Okay. All right. Yes, we'll do an orange for that. Ba, 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 ba. We have an orange open. Blazing orange. We will do a blazing orange. I'm going to do a blazing orange. Oh, that's like super watery. That's no good. Let's see. Retributor, armor, and Reichland flesh tone. What's a good basing texture to cover over an area? I use cork and prime black, uh, and prime them black, but then you use snow texture to fill in with all the BS I find. Want to do that moving forward. So honestly, if you want to do like a basing texture, you should do a basing texture paint. There's some decent hobby basing paints that are really good. Cork is great. Um, um, but oh god, I think I can recommend you. Let's see, more paint. Base dry spray technical. So if I was to do, I would do if you wanted to do a winter, I would do Valhallan Blizzard, maybe. Um, but if you wanted another base, it could be like Agreean Earth, Agreean Badland, Martian Iron Earth, Martian Iron Crust, Sterling Mud, Armageddon Dust, Astrogranite, Mordant Earth. That'd be your technicals. Um, but yeah, there are plenty of hobby paints around that could um cork and Technicolor, my favorite combo, like granite. Well, I'm off for real. Okay, all right. Thank you, Quackamo. But yeah, I would do something like that. Where is the damn? Okay, we'll do a blazing orange. See what that gives us. Already, I'm liking it. We're definitely gonna have to do layers, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's bring that chimera in. I'll be right back. Right back, I promise. Bubba's, you're fine. I know, you're huffing. You're huffing. You're huffing because Dad spooked you. You're huffing because Dad spooked you. Sorry, dude. I threw my current progress up into the Discord. Oh, okay, good. All right. Let's take a look. Oh, that's so pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. All right. Let's get to it. So, what I think I'm going to do, hopefully Lexi's still in the chat. Let me see if she is, because I really want her input. See if Lexi's in the chat. Go to the channel. Chat room. Nope. Blah blah democracy. Tiny. Okay, so Lexi's not in the chat. All right. So I think what I'll do is just focus on the orange first, and then I'll do like a burnish, because I'm trying to follow what the two. Here, let me just save these real quick. Oh, that's a web file. No, I want to save the image. That's a web. Fuck. No, I don't want the web file. I need the. All right. We'll just have to deal with that then. Okay, well we'll do the orange because that's going to be the most difficult, because we got to get it nice, flat, and bright. It's going to be a challenge. Yeah, but that paint looks very pretty. That's a very good color. That's a very good progress on your Canis Rex. Or sorry, yeah, Canis Rex. I was about to say Canis Helus, but that's the Space Wolves curse. I hate painting knights. Building them is awesome. Choosing the color schemes is such a pain. Well, I mean, when any new um, any new project, right? Particularly something as a centerpiece as a knight is going to be daunting and difficult. Mainly because it's your centerpiece, right? You can't really screw up on it. But at the same time, um, that's something that uh, you just gotta kind of get over and figure out the best way forward. Also, another Hokusodis hit so hard. What the? Yeah, yeah. There wasn't a whole lot of terrain in that. I know it was a beginner game, and I think someone else had said it. There was not a whole lot of terrain that favored either side. I mean, that's also why Custodians dominate the lists, dominate the competition right now. It was also on a 2x3 board or something. Oh yeah, so no, there was no way your knights had a chance in hell. I mean, I guess maybe if you went first, But yeah, yeah, Valoris almost one-shotted my big knight. Yeah, yeah, knight. That board was not set up for you. Was not set up for you to be able to win that fight. If the custodies can get into battle damn near turn one, I know some units can, but that's like a specific unit with a specific stratagem, and you have to set up really atrociously to give them that win. So that board was kind of tiny and didn't have a whole lot of like terrain. Yeah, we can discuss that afterward. Yeah, we discussed that afterward. He was a chill guy, and I knew I wasn't going to win against him. It was just for fun first tabletop experience. No, no, 100%. Like, if the dude's like 100% chill and was just trying to teach you the game, like, totally, totally for it. But this is how I would have done it. I'd be like, look, man, this board isn't to size, it isn't a thing, and I wouldn't have used custodes on you. I would have used something that would have given you a challenge, but not break you per se, not break the game, as it were. Oh, I get you. Yeah, yeah. Like custodies are a showstopper force in and of themselves. I would not use custodies on your knights, and especially if I'm using like a board that doesn't have appropriate dimensions, doesn't have a whole lot of terrain, doesn't have really anything that would have benefited you. Um, yeah, I wouldn't have used custodes. I would have used guard and let you get into combat with me and all that stuff and let you like beat up on a couple of tanks, but I would not have let you. I wouldn't have faced you with a list I know performs extremely well in most tournament games. Whenever you're teaching somebody something new, I think his other army was corn, so I wouldn't know how that would have gone. Well, maybe it would have gone the same way. World Eaters, yeah, maybe it would have gone the same way, but um, yeah, Custodes are just a showstopper. Um, Not saying that there's anything bad with Custodes players or Custodes in general, but if I was to give you a army to fight, it wouldn't have been Custodes for your first game. Particularly if it's on a table that isn't a quote unquote legal table size, and isn't a quote unquote, and doesn't have any sort of like terrain to, or anything in the ways of like terrain or strategy for you to practice on. And it's just common courtesy to give the player who's this is their first real battle the win. It's really common courtesy. You're not throwing the game, but you're not going to bring your A army list just to shit on somebody. That's, in my opinion, that's not cool. Now, he might be a chill guy, and I'm not trying to attack him on that. I'm just saying I think it could have been done a little bit differently. In my opinion, my personal preference. Given everything that you said, yeah. Gotcha. Yarrick, no. No, Bubba's. No chicken barking. This definite Necron's got some Halloween colors to it. I should have painted this guy in Halloween. Damn. Oh well, it's all right. Damn it! What I drop? I dropped something. What a drop! I heard a drop. Let it all drop. Let it all drop. Let it all fall down. Oh, you know what? It was one of these ones. Okay, all right. We were spitting venom. If the dam gave you a roadmap, I did put the Fear of Knights into him, though. I rolled max shots for rapid fire battle cannon, 18 plus 1 for blast, wiped out half the custodian guard unit. Yeah, I mean, you throw enough shots at custodians, they will die. That is the one saving grace of massed firepower. Is that custodians might have baller frickin' armor saves, but go ahead and make those baller frickin' armor saves 30 times. By the law of averages, I will get you somehow. No Kung Fu tank either. I was sad. I remember when Night Titans used to be able to grab like a model, right? It was like a rhino if they destroyed it. If they destroyed the rhino or destroyed a Lehman Russ, whatever it was, if they destroyed it with their fist, right? If they had a fist weapon, they could pick it up and then throw it for a blast template. Ooh, it was so dirty. Not only did I destroy your tank, but now you got to catch it, and it was when Knights first came out, the damage was equal to the. I don't know if toughness was a thing before then. I think it was. I think it was still armor classes. I think it was the damage was equal to uh, the strength was equal to the armor class, and then the damage was equal to um, uh, like 2d6 or something like that. It was gnarly. It was fucking gnarly. It was great. All right, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. Back in here. All right. All right. Do you have a schedule, or do you just stream whenever you have time? The second. I stream whenever I have time. I would love to have a streaming schedule. I just can't because I am active duty and I got other responsibilities too. Which is why when I retire, I would love to just establish a stream schedule. I wanna be in the army sheet. This goes off to war. when the codex hits the store. But the upgrade dub and I got the chop and they kicked me out the door. They sent me with a legend sheet, be seen no more. Minkalesque and the rattling chefs, straight to legends born. And they had a Chan's old iron hand, as darker we shall mourn. Then took from us the Macarius and the mighty Malcador. They shipped them off to legends, made way for the Rogel Dorn. My heart could pound for Medusa rounds to hear her shakers roar. And I miss the thrill of a breaching drill and the Taros Venator. They eased my fears with the engineers, then nerfed them to the floor. They're no peers for the grenadiers, crime of the old death corps. That's sad because it's because most times you stream conflict with my own. I really enjoy these painting streams. I know, tiny great people. Look, I totally understand if you don't want to stream, if you don't watch when I stream because you're trying to build your audience. And I am never ever 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 going to shame you into watching my streams. I will refuse to. So, if you're building your audience and you want to come in during one of my streams and just chill, totally fine. If you want to set up some like co-streams, I'm totally down with that. I'm not I'm not against it. So, you just let me know and I'll let you know what works. And hopefully I will be able to get a decent streaming schedule. Uh, Sooner rather than later, and then we can all just enjoy each other's company. But anyway, back to this. But yeah, I will never ever shame you for not being able to watch me while you're painting. Hi, Bastet. How are you? Is a memory shall forevermore. Been a long time. I can't wait for you to start streaming, Bastet. I really can't. The snow is evil. Why is the snow evil? I forget you're like up in the northern tier area. 60 degrees here. It's only really cold at night. Flamer's auto hit. Flamer's auto hit. Wish I could go into hibernation. Oh man, a lot of people wish they could go into hibernation for a lot of other things. Flamer's auto hit. 4. Make somebody roar. Flamers auto hit. Going home. Something alone. Man, it's 12 here. Yeah. Flamers auto hit. So what have you been up to, Bassett? How's work been? Valkyrie, of night, fly high to victory. Yellow wet against the sky, my eye, Valkyrie. Orange so high, fly us to victory. Us up with lightning speed. To victory. High Valkyrie. Fly us to victory. Fly high, Valkyrie. Us to victory. What army or game system would you like to get into, people? Would you like to get into? That's a good question. I don't know. Um, and the reason why I don't know is because I kind of like Warhammer. Um, I guess I would like to get into the old world if I wanted to like be if I wanted to say, well, excuse me. I guess I would go into the old world. Um, but if it was non Warhammer related, another miniature game all told, I don't know. I don't know if I could get into another miniatures game. Realistically, it's because 40K takes up a lot of my time to begin with. But if I had time, I would have loved to got into X-wing and Armada before Fantasy Flight sold it off to another company, and that company proceeded to ruin the shit out of it. Um, but yeah, I would have loved to get involved with that. Probably Star Wars Legion, maybe. But I like Warhammer better. I'm here. Sorry about that. Okay, well you see, we got you can see I'm kind of starting on your hex mark. Your Galactopus. Let me kind of working on it. The prime job turned out really well. It was really smooth, very smooth. So I'm happy that it turned out well. What about bolt gun? Uh, what do you mean bolt gun? Um, like is it that World War Two miniatures game? I think it's called Bolt Action. Like the real world army setting. Yeah, yeah, Bolt Action. Yes, the World War Two. Yeah, Bolt Action. I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where I think I would like it, but at the same time, I don't know. Like I'm enjoying 40K as it were. Um, that's not saying that the other game systems wouldn't be fun to play. I mean, honestly, miniatures wise, it'd be Dungeons and Dragons. Um, I really want to play. I really want to get into a long campaign for Dungeons and Dragons again, like a really long campaign. Sorry, I just looked at a sprue with a bolt gun inside. So that would be my answer. My answer would be to get back into D&D and play a good long campaign. Maybe maybe you could host a community campaign. I would love to play, but have no one. Oh man. If I could master online role playing, I like an online role playing D&D campaign, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat. I just don't like, but understandable, Warhammer eats a lot of time and money. No, I need, if I could, okay, let's get into my wish, my greatest wish, my Christmas wish, as it were. If I can make this channel into a permanent like job and have a live stream D&D campaign, battle reports, community painting session, and then gaming, if I could do that consistently and have a consistent cohort of people, oh my god, would it be amazing. It would be so, I would be so happy. I would be it'd be a oh man, I would be so happy. But I would need obviously the gaming space, the table, the players, the I would need the studio setup. Like if I could do those things and it be like kind of worth my time, be like, well, not just worth my time, because anything that I would put effort to would be worth my time. But if I could make it successful, oh, I'd be so happy. Oh, I would be so fucking happy. And then, of course, raising money for charity and all that stuff. Like, oh my god, that would be amazing, amazing. Of course, that would be perfect. I mean, just big community get-togethers. I would love to do that. I would love to do a community get-together. Especially if you get a few stuff always there to do stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Prosmite. into the night. Boy Swamp. The Emperor's Lot. All right. So, Lexi, if you're still watching, I wanted to ask, did you want this? Do you want the carapace like a dark gunmetal and the joints a dark bronze? Or did you want the carapace and the armor black, which is fine, and then just the metal bits or the joints, the under armor, all that stuff to be what's it called? Um fuck, I can't talk about it. Like a bronze. I do. Okay. What version did you want? So a dark gunmetal and then bronze for the joint for the under armor joint or for like the under bits. Okay, all right. And then for the face, because it's like a pale, because it's like a pale face. Do you want that to be like a bone white with bronze, or do you want that to be like a silver ish? Hold on, let me look at the. Because it's like a bone white with orange, or what's the other one? Yeah, it's like a bone white. Never mind. Never mind. I answered my own question. So it's a bone white with orange. Okay, all right. So surely grow. Oh, yo, ho, the stars we've been, we've been. Oh, yo, ho, there we go. Surely so. us. All right, we got the orange was not as bad as I thought it would. Oh, I missed that bit. Okay, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is okay, which is good. Oh, oh, ah, good lord. Eeh. Down. All right. So, I have an idea, but I want to run it by you, Lexi. So, if I can get it to zoom in, there we go. So, the pistols have like this little silver cylinder, but what I'm thinking is that might be orange as well, unless you want that to be like a different color. Like the pistols could be black, but maybe something else be a different color. But I wanted to know kind of your idea. Because the wires are all will be all orange, and then the laser sights will be orange, and then his eyes will be orange. Um, we could do either that face, or we could do or we could do like the this face right here. So you just need to tell me which faceplate you want, number one or number two. This is number two right here. Um, So we could do another color for the pistol, if you want, right? It can still be silver, but maybe the chamber be like a eerily glow or whatever the case is, if you want, or you just change it and whatnot. No big deal. Just I need to kind of figure out kind of what your vision is, whether you want this face mask or that face mask, and then whether you want the internal chamber of the pistol to be a different color than the actual barrel. I could still do silver for everything else for the barrels, but I was just curious what you wanted there. Stand as one with the muskins girl high, and the battle is won. For the guard fall till we fall, the emperor protects, and so must we all. With a spear, with a spear. So I just need to figure out what you want, and then I can kind of move forward. Could you repeat that one more time? I had my headphones off. Okay, all right, all right. That's fine. No worries. So, zoom back in, please. Please. Come on. Please zoom. Zoom, zoom. Zoom back in. All right, fine. So, it's okay. It's all right. I can describe it one more time. All right, so I am curious what you want to do for the middle of the pistol and the face mask. Because the middle of the pistol looks like the barrel assembly. But what we could do is have the orange glow that's going to be snaking through all the wires and stuff into the middle of the pistol. Or we can just do the pistol as including in the barrel assembly. And then for the face mask, this is number 2. And then this is number 1. I'm just curious which face mask you want. That's all I needed to know. Hammers of justice ring out through theirs. Number 2. Number 2, and you want the barrel glow. I want to go on the barrel. So okay. So how it'll look like is it'll be orange for the barrel right here, but the actual snout of the barrel will be still silver, and then the guns will still be black-ish. Is that okay? That's perfect. Okay. All right. Cool. So I will give you a test piece. I will give you a test piece real quick. For the Emperor's will, the Imperium's dream. Hammers of justice ring out through their screams, with bolters of power and chainsword and flame, all in the Emperor's name. Fallen these lands that we made. For the Emperor's will, the Imperium's dream. Hammers of justice ring out through their screams. 'Tis a pound. Alright, it'll literally look like, hold on, as soon as I find out which pistol. It'll look like that. I'll clean it up, obviously, but I just want you to see it before we commit to it. You love it. All right, cool. That's all I needed to know. All right. We'll mark when press with that. And then these tiny little scarabs that are on the base of this plinth. You want them to have your dynasty's colors, yes? If I can get it to fucking focus. Yeah, these like tiny little scarabs on the base on this plinth. You want them to be black and orange, probably, with a little bit of silver or bronze for the segmented legs. Yes, I do. Okay, all right, great. Okay, just want to make sure. I'm gonna need to turn on some light. I'm gonna continue working on this for another like 30 minutes, but then I gotta go pick up the kids. Aziz, light! Ah! Ah! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. It is your model, after all. This is the supporter portion of this. This is the supporter appreciation portion of this stream. You know, like without you guys, I'd be. I'd still stream and all that stuff, but it means more to me that you guys like my content, support my content, and want to be around. That's a gift that truly cannot be returned, and an honor I deeply appreciate. So that's why I'm doing this stuff. I could be like, a majority of streamers and not truly show the amount of love that you guys give me back to you guys, not be reciprocal. Um, and there are really good streamers that do appreciate their audience and know how fortunate they are to be able to do this stuff. And I'm not even big. I'm not a big streamer. I'm not a big platformer. I'm not quote unquote successful. I'm not partnered with anybody. I don't like this isn't my original revenue source and all that stuff. But the fact of the matter is that I have a core cadre of people that love what I do, support what I do, and it's amazing. And I feel touched every time that you know you guys tune in and want to watch me, and I can't give back that kind of kindness to the magnitude that it truly does feel in my heart. Um, so this is my poor and and pale imitation of a thank you. Too kind. I'm being serious though. I'm being serious. And I'm not going to forget those that were here at the beginning. And Lexi, I do hope your move to California is seamless, and I hope by the time I finish this, you're in California and I can mail this at your new address. I hope so. The only snag we found is my Warhammer models and my getting my Warhammer costs a lot to ship. Can't you just are you trying to fly? Like don't are you like walk me through your plan? No, train. Oh, interesting. You're taking a train. Is there what about your car? Do you not have a car? I'm not trying to judge. So like the reason why I ask is because if you're doing it by if you're moving by train, by the way, that's the first time I've ever heard someone say, "No, I'm going cross country by train." That's kind of fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Um, uh, because like if you got a U-Haul and you made the trip cross country, I think it would be cheaper. Maybe I don't know. Cypress Prime. Lexi, if you don't want to necessarily talk about specifics of how you're going to move and all that stuff, just DM me and I'll try and help you out. That way, it's not as like so expensive. One second, I have to take a call. No worries. Never waver and strike down his foes. I have to head to bed now. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, ton of great people. I appreciate you, man. And like I said, dude, I'm sorry if that you can't donate directly. It's okay, man. Like you giving bits that'll help too, man. Or you giving bits and subscriptions that'll help too, man. I greatly appreciate it. Don't ever think that you feel pressured to do anything. All right, man. Appreciate you. Hide it well. Charge the battle lines. All right. We're done, I think, with the orange. I think what we'll do is we'll let it all dry and oh damn. Hold on. I got to see my starch. All right, we'll just have to fix that. But anyway, yeah, we can fix that. That's an easy fix. Anyway, I gotta go pick up my kids, and I think we're gonna do hot dogs tonight, or whatever they want, really. And then yeah, so we're gonna end it here. But I'm really excited to be starting these supporter gifts. I'll be taking pictures of them. Uh, and I'll post them up on the Discord today, and I'll make a special announcement that I'm posting up on the Discord today, and then everything else. And like I said, I'm super excited that this is happening. But anyway, thank you all for watching. My name is Commissar Hecht. I will see you guys in the next episode, and I hope you all are enjoying the content. Please, if you want to be a supporter, as soon as I clear my ears real quick, if you want to be a supporter, please, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Kick. I'm on Kick. And if you want to support, obviously donating bits is fine. Donating subscribers is fine on Twitch and whatnot. Sharing the streams is all right too. Being active in the community, because these gifts that I'm making, these community gifts that I've been building and working on this stream, is for people that are like dedicated, fans that have been here since day one. And these guys are deeply important to me. Honestly, without them, this channel wouldn't necessarily exist in the way that it is. So if you want to be a part of that, and and receive some gratitude, something to this extent, that is up for you guys, right? That is you gotta join, and you gotta be active and all that stuff. Super excited, can't wait to continue. My name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode.